Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back for some more Space Engineers, where I'm just making my way back from doing another one of these probes. But in today's video I kinda wanna show you guys the evolution of the mining cube. I've been working decently hard on it and I like the way it's taking shape. On top of that, I've added some stuff and I also did a few more experiments with it, which has led to this situation. We are currently connected to the base and I actually managed to put stuff that I mined into the base's large cargo container over there. So that's pretty damn cool. Let's see what we got here. Let's just deposit all of that. That is absolutely fine. And I should also quickly show you guys the one disadvantage of my setup though. This was my second attempt. We really went right above the iron and this is all we did before our cargo capacity was full yet again. Now I added a decent amount of cargo capacity, so let's find our way into the cube before we show you guys everything that happened on the outside. And now I actually have to go through all of this a little bit carefully because it is now a maze of tubes, containers and all of that stuff. But you can see here, let's see, added some more medium containers, added some large containers on both sides as well. I also increased the silo capacity for the fuel for the engine, so wherever I could put some extra small ones, put an extra large one as well, just to, you know, be able to go for like a little bit longer. And other than that, I also did add these a couple of small atmospheric thrusters right on the ceiling here. I think, yeah, their damage range is not that high, so these should be fine to try and help with that mobility problem, with that ability to like basically move the axis of the ship, which was a little bit of a problem last time. Then on the outside, well, we started with some defenses. So here are the Gatling guns, 2 on the back, 1 on the sides, and then 1 on the roof as well, which has a decent amount of solar capacity. And then this lower part, you could say, this lower deck, where it's really all about the drills, that has been closed off to 3 sides with some extra solar capacity. And I'm basically, when I feel like I'm done with the innards of the ship, I'm also going to put that up here at the front. We can do that without, you know, going an extra space here, which would not allow the connector to go. So we can't do these types of solar panels, but we are basically going to put those at the back as well, perhaps even one horizontal and another vertical here or something like that. There's definitely still quite a bit of possibility for solar panels, which I think I need, because we do need that in order to basically get enough power going. But it's already been going quite nicely. Something that I had to do here as well is create a connection basically for the munitions of this ammo. So let me explain that system a little bit. I tested it out and they did just fire, and so that should be fine. But so for these, I think I have to produce these. So I'm gonna make 10 of these 25 by 184 NATO ammo containers. I'm not really sure exactly what they contain, but then I'll go into the inventory. We'll try to find some of these, which when the ship is connected, I mean, this is now the list of containers with stuff in them, so that does become a little bit harder, but there we go. We're making some. Let's wait for 10 of these to produce. Oh, maybe while they're doing that, here's the drilling phase here. So you can see we're just going deeper. This is what you can do with 2 large pistons, so that's definitely a nice range compared to the small pistons. That's definitely something to note as well. These only go down 2 meters, so these 5 basically only push this down 10 meters, which is really not all that much. I don't think I'll be able to reach the iron, although we'll maybe this time I'll actually try like the border to do a little bit of just stone as well with the ice. But yeah, let's grab this ammo that I was making. So let's go over here, hide the empties again, and look down here somewhere for our ammo. And so what I've done, maybe I can still show that, I basically connected over here. Yeah, here it is. This connects to the whole cargo system of the ship. And then it leads to, well, the makeshift cockpit, you could say, with our seats. And then down here, let's see if we can't drop down like that. A small cargo container that basically gives me access. And what I can do, I can drop the ammo in here, only 7 at a time, but you can see there's actually a sorter underneath this container that pulls the ammo and puts it into the system. And all of these turrets are then also set to, maybe I can show that. Let's give that a try. Make sure I don't kill myself, but so these turrets, I think that this top turret doesn't have anything in it. I can go to the mining cube and then to the inventories that have something. And so you can see, let's see here, this one cargo container has 95 of this ammo. Gatling turret 2 has a bit of ammo, Gatling turret 5 has a bit of ammo. And now if I go to the Gatling turrets in the control panel, so let's see if I can find them here somewhere. Gyroscope, Gatling turret. I think it's gonna be the number 1. I can always test that. Very nice little trick here. I can just, you know, it's visible in the background. So if I press on, there it goes. It's on. And so you just saw that this turret doesn't have any ammo in it, but I can tell it to shoot once if it's not aiming at me. And you see it drew ammo from the system, which is ammo that I can just keep putting in there through the cockpit basically. So I could seal everything off at the end when I feel like I'm ready. So we are going to put you back offline to try and save a little bit of power. And then, the final change that I definitely wanted to do is, well, we're not digging deep enough. And I basically could activate like maybe 2 pistons before we were full here. So we are going to cut down on the number of drills. And we are going to do our next test with just 3 drills here. Now I do have to quickly check something in this one, and then my groups, my drills. Let's see, it does still grab. Oh yeah, alright, so it has these 2 drills not marked anymore, but those are probably the ones that I removed. Kind of hope it is. Well, we can figure that out when we get there. In the meantime, I'm going to recycle those resources in here. Basically with 5, you do a little bit of surface stripping, as what we saw there. That's really all you can manage before you fill up a ship of this size. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Ultimately, it's possible that I'll just go with a single drill, and then I can add a lot of pistons because I don't need the rotor anymore and the connection to the rotor. But let's get in here. The cube has evolved, and we're gonna give it a try. It's got a lot more armor, a lot more stuff on it. So of course, you know, part of the test is, will it still go up? But it does so. I can basically confirm that, since it's in pretty much this shape that I also went and connected to the base, which took a little bit of time. It's not too easy to pilot still. So what do I have to do in order to get going? I will go for external view. Then we are going to unlock. We are going to activate the engines. We are going to unlock the landing gear. And now, oh, it just relocked by putting me upright, so I can unlock again. And ooh, that's not giving me a lot of leeway here. Interesting. So I'll have to unlock and then go up and back if I can. Just let me go. Up and back, up and back. Alright, finally we made it. Hope I didn't do too much damage to the front. So perhaps I could do like an extended connection, so I don't have to be that close to the base. But ultimately I think that it'll be fine. And so now I'm actually really moving my mouse, and you can see that it's still not very responsive. This way God damn it, stop pressing F and instead press V when you want to go do that. So you can see now I'm really working with the mouse and it's hardly working. But once I give a little boost to the side and then move, you can see once you've got a little bit of momentum, it does become quite doable. So do we want to give the iron another go here? I kind of don't, in the sense that, yeah, it's not working out, and we already have 2 big holes there anyway. So let's maybe head... Ooh, there's some nickel over there at just 1.5 X kilometers. Now I'm also going to press a little bit. Yeah, once I've got a bit of momentum, I can also change the axis now, so that works decently well. The cube, let's actually get the outside view, is now flying over this lake. Honestly, guys, that is pretty damn cool, and that is still a bit of a problem. My forward momentum is significantly stronger than my backwards momentum, and so let's also lift up then, because I was just pressing the backwards button as much as I could, but it just didn't do anything. And over here, oh, maybe to the left of this, what I do see here, oh, and I noticed another problem, which I'm going to, I think, fix ad hoc, or maybe we'll do that afterwards. Let's see here. So if I try landing here, I think with Alt and then a free movement, I can see until I get right on top of it. That's a little bit better. Now let's land this puppy. So here we go. With the shadows, that's working. Engines off. Gonna do another unlock so that I land upright with as many of my landing gears as possible, and then we re-auto lock. Maybe I should take that out, but for now it's working, so I'm happy with this. We're gonna activate this one, the so that we see if there's stuff here, and then I'm going to press V, get the inside look, get out of the seat, open stuff up, and we can make our way out. And here we go. This is potentially still one of my problems. This bit of landing gear is actually aligned out, and so this is potentially something that gave me some trouble early on. So I'm going to, since we're still locked here, I'm going to do a little bit of surgery on the block here. Then just press G, landing gear to look back for it. I should still have all the resources, and then if you want to put that back in this situation, just dig a little bit and then you should be fine. So this time I'm going to turn you around. Oh, and this one is actually in the way then. Alright, you're gone. And we're putting you. Allow me to turn it like this. That's better. Then I'm going to put the... let's see if I can get a view of that. Good. So that's the ore detector. I'm also kind of giving you guys a little bit of a glimpse as to how I built this one. Right, so you can imagine this is stuff that you do. And then I'll also show you guys how we tend to set this up. I just go to I to the mining cube, and then for instance now my landing gears. So let's see if I can find the group, mining cube landing gear. Then you can go down here and you can see that this one is not a part of it. I can just press Control click and press save. Now they're all part of it, and auto lock this. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna put that off because it was a little bit annoying to take off there. So that's that, and then I should also lock. Let's see, press lock if I can. It can't, but I want it in the lock position, I think, because the others should be locked. They're not showing that. Status unlocked, unlocked, and locked. Okay, I'm not sure if it's going to work because my button is to just switch the locks as well. So maybe I will do the auto lock on just for now on all of them. The reason is I don't want to get them into sync, have two of them locked, then two of them unlocked, and then if I try to lock, do the exact opposite. So for now, we're going to use the auto lock to try and fix that. And then for the other one, we also have our mining cube detectors. Then I have to go to the O for the ore detectors, and we're going to add that one as well. And I think all of them are on, so that is good. All right, a little bit of surgery. This is ready. We are landed and we made it, and now I'm gonna press on the remote control button. That's how we do the drilling. Our remote control, there it is. Then I press on take control, and here we've got our bar ready. So again, I'm gonna activate the rotor first to try and give it a little bit of stability. Then we're activating the drills. They're still doing all of the drilling. And now I'm gonna press 3. So there's the... so good. There's the first piston. Unfortunately, that's its full extension. So it's only 2 meters. So next up, let's activate the next one. Because we want to do some damage and we want to try to get in there. So that's drill number 2. Ouch. That one was like probably a little bit too fast. Alright, so I can turn these off for now. And I'm going to take a quick look at how they're managing this. They're doing okay. I guess that the drills still have enough AoE to do what they need to do. And is that all ice that we're still seeing? Maybe there's some magnesium underneath there. So that was kind of interesting. Alright, let's see if we can understand that a little bit better. First of all, inventory on the mining cube. And then... whatever's happening here, so it's ice, right? It's bringing in ice, it's starting to fill everything with ice at the moment, and then eventually it's gonna start filling the large cargo container, which is already half full, but we've got like 2 more of those, so this should still be going for a little bit. So let's go back to the control panel and look at our pistons if we can. So there they are. And I think the problem is, well, the velocity is really not high. Is it the same on all of them? Yeah. So that's not a problem. Maximum distance 2 meters. Max impulse axis, maybe it's that one. I watched the video and it said maybe I should put that one down a little bit so that it doesn't push as hard, so that they don't push as hard on the downwards thing. So we're gonna put that at around 11 for now. And then if I'm not mistaken, this is like the non-axis. So here, how much power do you want to keep it straight? I think leaving that high doesn't create a problem. So we're gonna put that at 11-ish. And then for the final one, we're gonna do that as well. While I hear some sort of signal. There it comes. Up to the left, but now I can go actually back in there and click the remote control block again, take control of this, and then we can take a quick look at what happens. Well, maybe first I go to control 2, I take number 2, I reverse him back to number 1, and then that's actually the number 4. So we're pulling this up. That is still very fast, to be honest. That is still very fast. All right, but that's how that works. And so that works very well. I like it. So let's push that one back in here. Turn him off. And do I just go for it? Let's go for it. Number 5, activate. Let's see what he does. Oh, look at that. He's not really pushing the drill down very well. You can go to the control panel if you want to know what exactly it's doing. You can go look for these pistons. 0, 0, 2 meters and 2 meters. So those two are fully extended. That one is not on. This one is on, but it doesn't have the power to push down. So this is actually not so good. I have to up that a little bit. Let's give it 17. Still not pushing up. 26. We see a lot of jittering, but still not pushing up. So I gotta put this one back at like, let's see, as close as possible to 50. What do you do then? Let's do off and on manually on this one. And still not pushing down. Interesting. So I may just have wrecked them. In order to try to not do too much surgery while everything is up and running, we're gonna put these off, and I'm just going to go back to these pistons and actually re-increase their capacity, because here apparently they just don't want to move anymore. Alright, next one. Back the way it was at 50. At 50 and at 50. we'll risk it with a big push then. And oh, I should have tested that actually. That maybe they were in like the off position, in the pull in position. Let's take a quick look again at that control panel here, and they're still at 0, these two, and these two are still fully extended. So what I'm going to test now is again press the 5, not noticing a move. So now what I'm going to do is control 3, and then I'm going to press the reverse. There it goes. There she goes. Pushing and braking. Almost braking. Or what the hell? Alright, let's press the 3 again. Pull back up. Let's see if it's still... It seems to still be up and running. It actually took that. Interesting. Let me see here for just a second. Control 1, we're gonna turn you off again. So this is the drilling experiment, guys. Bear with me, we're trying to learn our lessons. Let's see what's happening. Oh, what could be happening is that these are currently stuck because of my piston move number 2 being too quick. So we're actually going to go back in the control panel, take control, and I'm going to, let's see here, I want to take control like that. We are going to reverse piston number 2, and then we're going to bring that one up, turn it off. Now we're going to give it a little bit of time so that it will do its turn normally. Like this, I think it should be fine. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick look at our capacity. Drill is still grabbing ice. And there's still containers that don't have anything. So that's positive. Now just turn, right? Slowly do your turn. And then we're going to try to, let's say that it turns like 90 degrees. Then we'll try to push it back down, but more slowly with that power difference, so that it doesn't like crash down and basically bend. I'm not really sure what the hell that was, but that poor drill and these poor pistons have to do so much work. But we can try that again. So in order to change those settings, I wonder if I can take all of them. Oh, I can't do that. That's alright, lesson learned. Let's definitely do that next time, and we're gonna put that just below 10. That's that. And now I go back in here. So we definitely want to reverse number 2 again. And now you can see we've slowly turned our way. It's not the 90 degrees that I was hoping for just yet. The rotor is on, so it is doing that and it is absorbing all of that ice. But let's see what happens if I push this down now. That's like definitely a lot more controlled, and I feel like I could repress, put them offline on time, and stop that drill from crashing through. And there we go. Now on the left side we're also starting to take in that ice, so that is positive. I'm gonna take a quick look at what's being mined. Ice, 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 or ice, ice baby, if you will. H2O2, but yeah, this cargo container number 6 has a little bit in it, but definitely still has, unless I broke it, unless I broke something. That is entirely possible, that right now none of the ice is coming into the system because I broke something up top. Possible. Alright. Let's deactivate these. Deactivate the rotor. 3 actually has to be reversed. And reversed. Or that I broke a rotor. That's probably what happened here. Okay. Let me take a quick look here first. I want to reverse number 2 as well, and want to bring him up. Nope, actually he was reversed. All right, so number 2 back to 1, pull him back in. There it goes. That is pretty damn man, this game is so cool. let's release this and then let's see if we did like any damage to some of them. Let's see here if I can. So that one is still at 100%, but is this lower bit? Yep. Then piston number 2 is at 100%, number 3 also. But we definitely, I think we will have broken something, although all of this looks like it's okay. So why would this should push that in here? I am basically not sure what happened here. I'll have to do some off-screen testing. We've already been going for like almost half an hour. Maybe something that I'm definitely considering, because look at that. All these pistons, I mean, we just got over here, which is still just gonna be ice. The silicon is still 20 meters deeper, and takes so much time, so much effort, and I can only go so much deeper, so it's really not that optimal of a drill setup. I may just replace it with a single drill setup, which then means that I can replace this container, this rotor, all of that can then be replaced by more pistons to push a single drill down. I think that's going to be the plan here. So that's that final bit. We're gonna fly back. So let's get in here. Let's get on the engines. Everything else is off, so we are good to go. Let's take the outside view again. First thing I'm actually gonna check here, because I was a little bit worried from that previously, is how much have my tanks gone down. Oh, now they'll probably be at like 100%. H hydrogen tanks, yeah, they're filled again because of all the ice I put into the system. So that also works automatically. If I mine ice, just go to the H2O2 generators. If there's room for fuel, they'll produce that. So engines on, ready to go. Let's go like that. And I'm actually gonna try to turn from the pilot seat. So again, at the moment, if I don't have any momentum, it's hard to turn. Once I got a little bit of momentum, we can start to turn and try to keep the crosshair nice and centered. Although it's still a lot of work this way, it does work. So the cube is turning now towards the antenna, which is what we need. Then I can go on the outside view and give you guys another nice flight. Or I mean, look at how I'm going up. So that upwards capacity is quite nice. Forward as well, which is with 4 extra small thrusters, but here we're like at 700 meters and I'm already not going to accelerate anymore. In fact, I'm going to start to decelerate because we do not have some good stopping power. And also the lateral movement, we may need some more engines if I make a next cube. But here she is, man. This is so good. Look at how cool. This is a Borg mining cube, our first little cube experiment. And so far it's definitely looking pretty damn cool. So let's go start to get down as well without going down too quickly. Look at the engines firing in the middle of this. Now once the cube is completely finished, then of course the engines will be completely sealed. So everything will be internal, which was the whole point of this cube experiment. And so a little bit of momentum, and then look at that turn. Super easy, super smooth. Let's put ourselves nicely aligned with the base cube, and then we're gonna go down just a little bit. Make sure that we're above the landing pads. Forward a bit more, slowly. And then eventually we're gonna hit something. Just a little bit forward, a little bit down. It's very difficult to see. I'm really watching that right leg. But there we go. We just landed and we're auto-locked again. So I'm gonna... Engines off. Ready to. Relocked. Out of the engines. And the cube is back, and this time not connected just yet, but ready for some more surgery. Because I need to work on this drill that is still not really working the way I intended. And basically I think a single drill that goes straight down and further down could be more what I need. So it was definitely an interesting experiment, right? With the rotor, with the 5 of them. But again, as I've said, all you're really gonna manage is to do a bit of surface mining like this on a small grid ship like this. Of course, if you could upgrade to a large grid ship, which eventually is going to be my plan here in Cubeland, then you could put a monster like this on that and that would be super cool, of course. But for now, yeah, we are I think going to bring the drilling down to like a single surgical strike on resources. We'll see how it all works out, but this is what I want to share with you for this one. I'm having super much fun with Space Engineers. Our first tiny Borg cube is taking shape, and I think I want to finish it, and then we're gonna take a look at that friendly signal like 50 kilometers into that direction. Basically, this run helped us because lots of ice in the system means lots of fuel for our trip. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Ooh, another signal. 1 minute. Let's go.